Hello, I'm TU65, welcome back to the Minecraft news video. Today I have some rather different news to share with you all, and it is to do with Minecraft console and to do with Minecraft Bedrock. So one of my favourite things about these versions of the game is the fact that they actually get mashup packs built by 4J Studios from scratch. They spend about 6 to 8 months individually working on each one of these and making a world from scratch, a whole theme song from scratch, like skins, a whole mashup pack together, you can say. And they're some of the best piece of content that do come out for Minecraft, and they're pretty reasonably priced, and they always come with a music discount. It's always this fun opportunity for the community to all play with something together, and I'm excited because one was just announced today. It's the Egyptian mythology mashup pack, and in the background you're going to be seeing some gameplay where we talk about exactly what's going on with this and why this might be the last mashup pack. So hopefully you'll enjoy this video. Like if you do like it, because it helps out the channel. Let's know you do like the face cam news video. Look how wild and different this is. If you, just in case by the way you don't like the face cam, I've got a backup method. Here's what you can imagine the whole video is like. As you can see, this is like face cam, but it's also not at the same time. But the real reason there is face cam in the background is because when they did the live stream announcement, it was from the Minecraft UK office, and in the Minecraft UK office they like to have a face cam thing taking up a decent portion of the screen, so I figured I'd cover that so you don't see two people not talking, because again this is their gameplay, and instead you can see me here being a real internet cat. As you can see, it's absolutely flawless right now. But let's get straight into talking about the actual mashup pack itself, because I'm sure you're here to talk about that rather than whatever's going on right here. So let's talk about what's going on with the mashup pack, because I feel like this is a really it's an announcement we all kind of expected, because they've done 3 mythology mashup packs. Leaving it as a trilogy seems kind of weird, whereas 4, it makes more sense, because Egyptian mythology is perhaps the one that gets most people excited. Like, we've all heard of Greece and China, and Nordic mythology is kind of great, but Egyptian mythology is just one of the perfect building opportunities in Minecraft, because making a pyramid is one of the simplest things we can do, right? And if we actually look at this gameplay head on, which we'll try and do right now, you can see there's a few obvious builds, but there's also a few fairly not so obvious builds. So again, the Sphinx, for instance, really love it, and there's a bunch of just interesting builds being made here. But the reason this is so exciting is the thing I want to kind of reveal, because again, to a lot of people, this, especially if you're playing Minecraft Bedrock, this just seems insignificant. However, if you're a Minecraft console edition player, you know that, having access to, a brand new, little exploration quest, and having it be entirely free, because guess what? Even though this seems like it's a DLC announcement, it's entirely free to play this, you just can't save it otherwise. That's something where, the whole of the community has a day to, find these discs, to find the secrets, because 4G Studios, again, it's a whole team of artists working 6 to 8 months. They tend to hide a few secrets here and there, they tend to have the music discount, and it's just a really fun opportunity to explore some amazing builds, to have the little fun quests, and then on top of that, there's a little fun secrets, and oh, this is a fun kind of point at that. So yeah, that is the Egyptian mythology mashup pack. What you're seeing in the background is not just a themed world, which again, it's huge. It's got loads of different, should we remove this cat thing? It's kind of a weird gimmick, but it's huge, and it's got loads of these builds built by 4J, and it's also all built in their own texture pack, which they make just for this. Again, the texture packs, they're sometimes hit and miss outside of it, but in terms of how they make the world look, you can see right here how this is a really solid one. It just kind of adds that hot, Egyptian desert feel to it. In my opinion, it's kind of great, and you'll see later on that the way the day-night comes, really also pretty great. I like the crosshair a lot. There's a lot of really great things I like about this mashup pack. So let's talk about the kind of key details here, because besides just saying okay, it's a mashup pack, it's going to cost the standard price, but again, if you play a Minecraft console edition, it's free to play it and to try it, whereas if you play it on Minecraft Bedrock, you're gonna have to pay. But the interesting thing is the fact that even though we're in the age of the discontinued Xbox One, they still decide to show this off on the Xbox One edition. So this could mean something as little as just oh yeah, they accidentally played the wrong console, and that's a thing. But the fact that they're still playing Minecraft console edition, despite the fact that it's going to be officially cancelled soon, makes me think that one, there is going to be some form of update, because you can't add the Egyptian mythology mashup pack there without having a new update. So there has to be a TU65, if you will, because they have to add the trial into the game. And if they're adding an update anyway, there's that tiny chance that it might come with something. Again, I don't want to get your hopes up or anything like that, but it is something where it's I mean, it would be weird to have an update and then deliberately just not include stuff that you're adding to other consoles. So we'll have to wait and see exactly how that does turn out, but there's a little bit more hope now that we've seen this. And also, the fact that they're showing it to Minecraft console means that is still the primary platform, and this might be the last mashup pack where that's true. This might be one of the last mashup packs we see in quite some time in the normal style of take an entire classic size Minecraft world and just fill it to the brim with builds. But personally, again, I think it's an interesting sign of things to come. And again, in these videos, I like to not only talk about what we're seeing, but also talk about what I think about it. So again, I think I've been very clear with my emotions about I like mashup packs. I think unlike some people, I know there's a fairly vocal minority of people that hate the idea of any DLC, because it's not something they care about. But personally, I think because it's a challenge put in the game by the developer, again, 4J Studios developed the game, they also developed these mashup packs, the challenge of finding something in there, it really sometimes puts your Minecraft skills to the test. They very specifically mentioned during the stream that there's going to be lots of little puzzles and tests and stuff. And personally, as someone who loved the Halloween Mashup pack for that reason, you know, I had a 4-hour stream. You can probably go find it somewhere on my channel. I did this 4-hour stream of just having a blast the whole way through because it was a great Mashup pack, and you know, because every Mashup pack outdoes the last one, maybe this one's even bigger, and maybe it's not so focused on the puzzles, but because it's Egyptian mythology, I feel like it would be. I feel like that has to be a major part of its thing, because, you know, there's lots of traps and stuff going on in the pyramids, which we've seen 2 of already, and yeah, my point with this, what I'm saying here, is I think this will be one of the more fun Mashup packs, because even a bad Mashup pack, like I think the Nordic mythology, personally, I found it to be lacking. I think we've had some really great ones over the past few years. I think Nordic mythology was like, on the scale of things, but it was still great. There was still so much to explore, and if you check my, you know, my updated aquatic videos, they've been made in that world, so I think it makes a good backdrop. So yeah, my point of this is it's a really, you know, if you buy it, it's a cheap piece of content. If you don't buy it, which you have the option to on Minecraft console, it's a free piece of content, and because it's made by developers, you get this just fun, even if it's just a day off opportunity, to play around with something that we're all playing with together, and I think it's, you know, like, it's like an update-like thing, and it's one of the Minecraft console exclusives that I value, and again, maybe in the future, especially Minecraft Xbox One, this isn't a thing we can expect to see, but because this is being shown on the Xbox One, it clearly is valid there. Like, the people in charge would not make oversight that big, I don't think. So yeah, super excited about this thing. They haven't got a precise release date, but because they're showing it off now, and they tend to release these things in their updates, I assume there's got to be like a correlation between sales and, you know, updates. So I would assume this is coming out sometime a little bit before the update aquatic, or with the aquatic update itself. And again, because it's going to be coming out in that time frame, seems a bit weird, and it's coming out for the Xbox One, seems a bit weird not to release it that way. So yeah, those are all my thoughts on it. I also would say, here are my pro tips if you don't know some things from way back when. If you do have both Minecraft Xbox One, Minecraft Bedrock, even if you prefer Minecraft Bedrock and you play Minecraft Xbox One once in a, you know, blue moon, there you go, that's a nice phrase. People love catchy phrases like that. If you play Minecraft once in a never, it's still worth buying it on Minecraft Xbox One, because then you get it on both editions. So just keep this in mind. Again, not only is Minecraft console edition, and I think this is a great example of, like, you know, one of the things that hasn't been cared about when it comes to Bedrock is, like, you know, this is an objectively better thing to play on Minecraft, you know, console, and that's what I'll be doing whenever this thing comes out. I'm super hyped for it. I think, you know, 4J always does a pretty good job with these sorts of things. Again, if you don't like them, they're pretty fun, and I look forward to playing it then. So before we go here, because again, I think I can just gush about this for another 20 minutes. Do you want to see that? Should I just talk about how great, you know, the maps are again? Should I talk about how much I love these mace spawns in the background? No, let's instead talk about something else they revealed on the stream, because for the very first time ever, to the best of my knowledge, we had, you know, because this is by Roger Carpenter. He was the lead producer executive producer of Minecraft on all consoles, and has been since the project was started back in 2011, or perhaps even before then. So because he was at the first Minecon, he has a bunch of the early development builds that they had to ship off to this and there, and they actually showed off the Minecon 2011 build. So I'm considering doing a whole video where we check out, like, all the weird things that changed between the pre-release and the release, because we've only ever seen TU1 before, and we've seen tiny snippets from trailers and from stuff like this off the prior versions, but the fact that there is a real functioning, you know, pre-release version, they had a whole 10-minute gameplay section from it, I think it'd be kind of interesting to make a video on that. So let me know what you think about that in the comments down below. Is that interesting to you, or is, like, Minecraft console's dead, so seeing Minecraft console 7 years ago doesn't even matter to you? Because again, the fact that we saw, like, it's almost a full year before the game itself came out, there's a few interesting differences in there, and I'm considering checking that out. And if you want to see it, there's some comments. I think it's always down for the comments, right? Like, I know on phones you can actually see the comments while you watch me. Like, hey there, first comment, how's it going? But yeah, I'd encourage you to leave a comment. I'd encourage you to like the video, because I'm a YouTuber sellout, and if you like the video, then it just makes me feel better. Make sure you turn notifications, because if you turn on notifications, then you'll see my videos slightly more often than you do right now, which might be never, so maybe that's the thing you want. And I hope you all enjoyed the video. I hope you enjoyed this rare face cam opportunity, and I'll see you all in the next one. Have a nice day, everyone. This is excellent video editing, by the way. I know. Thank you. Goodbye.